Your appendix can literally explode inside you like a biological grenade. Your brain can forget how to breathe while you're sleeping, and your heart can just stop working because you got scared by a TikTok jump scare. But here's the part that'll keep you up tonight. These aren't freak accidents happening to other people. Right now, as you're watching this video, about 7,000 Americans will die today from their own organs turning against them. That's like an entire small town just disappearing. Your body is basically a walking death trap, disguised as a Netflix binge-watching vessel, and I'm about to show you the 7 most terrifying ways your own organs can betray you faster than your ex sliding into someone else's DMs. We're talking about perfectly healthy 25-year-olds who woke up thinking their biggest problem was choosing oat milk or almond milk, only to end up fighting for their lives because their pancreas decided to have a complete meltdown. Look, we all like to think our bodies are these perfectly designed machines, right? Like we're some kind of biological Tesla Model S cruising through life. But the truth is, we're more like a 1995 Honda Civic held together with duct tape, energy drinks, and the sheer stubbornness of pretending we have our lives together. Every single day in America, emergency rooms see cases that sound like they were written by a horror movie screenwriter who got really into medical textbooks. We're talking about yoga instructors, accountants who meal prep, people who actually remember to take their vitamins, basically everyone who's got their life more together than you do. These aren't people living off gas station hot dogs and Monster Energy drinks. These are the responsible adults who use meditation apps and know the difference between good carbs and bad carbs. And by the end of this video, you're going to be that person at parties who knows that your pancreas can literally digest itself, and your gallbladder holds grudges like a middle school mean girl. You're welcome for making you simultaneously more interesting and more anxious about your own mortality. Sweet dreams in advance. Let's start with the appendix. Your body's equivalent of that one friend who contributes absolutely nothing to the group project, but somehow still manages to ruin everything for everyone. This little 3-inch tube attached to your large intestine serves zero purpose in modern humans. It's like biological junk mail that evolution forgot to unsubscribe from. Scientists think it might have helped our ancestors digest tree bark or something equally appetizing back when humans were basically fancy apes with commitment issues. But here's where it gets twisted. This completely useless organ kills about 300 Americans every year through appendicitis. Picture this. You're 22, scrolling through Instagram, maybe eating some questionable gas station sushi because you're an adult making adult decisions. When suddenly, you feel this weird pain in your lower right abdomen. Most people think it's just gas, or maybe they pulled something at the gym they haven't been to in 3 months. But inside your body, your appendix is having a complete meltdown. It gets blocked, usually by a piece of food, fecal matter, or just random body debris that sounds gross because it is gross, and starts swelling up like a biological balloon animal from hell. The pain starts around your belly button, then migrates to your lower right side like it's following GPS directions specifically designed to ruin your entire week. Here's the terrifying part that'll make you never ignore stomach pain again. You have maybe 24 to 72 hours before this thing ruptures, and when it does, it's like a sewage pipe bursting inside your abdomen. All that infected material spills into your body cavity, causing peritonitis, which is medical speak for your insides are now a toxic waste dump and you're probably going to die. The mortality rate for ruptured appendicitis jumps from basically 0 to 15 to 20%. That's like going from playing easy mode to Dark Souls difficulty in real life. Except unlike Dark Souls, you don't get to respawn and try again. Sarah Martinez, a 24-year-old graphic designer from Austin, Texas, thought she had food poisoning from a breakfast burrito. She waited 2 days before going to the hospital because, honestly, who wants to seem dramatic over what might just be bad eggs? Her appendix had already ruptured, and she spent 3 weeks in intensive care fighting for her life. "I almost died because I didn't want to seem like I was overreacting," she said later. Mood? Honestly. Moving up our list of internal assassins, we have the gallbladder, a small, pear-shaped organ that stores bile and apparently holds grudges like your high school guidance counselor who still remembers that time you skipped chemistry class. About 25 million Americans have gallstones right now, and most don't even know it. These aren't cute little pebbles you'd find on a beach vacation. We're talking about crystallized bile that can range from tiny grains of sand to golf ball-sized rocks just chilling in your gallbladder like they're paying rent and utilities. But here's where it gets medieval. When these stones try to leave through the bile duct, they can get stuck. Imagine trying to push a marble through a drinking straw. Except the marble is made of hardened digestive juice, and the straw is a vital part of keeping you alive. The pain is described by doctors as worse than childbirth and like being stabbed repeatedly with a hot poker. And, before you ask, yes, people who've experienced both childbirth and gallbladder attacks have confirmed this ranking. So basically, your gallbladder can hurt you worse than creating an entire human being. The pain usually hits after eating something fatty, so basically every meal in America. You know that bacon cheeseburger you had for lunch? Your gallbladder remembers, and it's not happy about it. Jennifer Chen, a 34-year-old marketing manager from Portland, Oregon, thought she was having a heart attack after eating a bacon cheeseburger at 2 in the morning, because apparently 2 a.m. is prime time for questionable food choices. She ended up in emergency surgery, and the surgeon removed stones the size of marbles. "I've never respected a small organ so much in my life," she said later. "It's like having a tiny, angry roommate who can literally kill you if you eat the wrong thing." Without treatment, a blocked bile duct can cause your gallbladder to rupture, leading to life-threatening infections. About 2,000 to 3,000 Americans die from gallbladder complications each year, which is like losing an entire high school graduating class to an organ most people can't even locate on a diagram. The pancreas is like that overachieving student who takes 8 AP classes, 3 extracurriculars, works part-time, and volunteers at the animal shelter. Eventually, something's gonna snap, and when it does, it's not pretty. This 6-inch organ has 2 full-time jobs, making insulin to control blood sugar and producing digestive enzymes to break down food. It's basically working 2 jobs with no vacation days, no sick leave, and definitely no work-life balance. Acute pancreatitis affects about 275,000 Americans annually, and it happens when your pancreas literally starts digesting itself. Let that sink in for a second. Your pancreas produces enzymes so powerful they can break down proteins and fats, and sometimes these enzymes activate while they're still inside the pancreas. It's like a chef accidentally turning the flamethrower on themselves instead of the creme brulee. Except the chef is inside your body, and the flamethrower is made of digestive acid. The most common trigger? Alcohol. Specifically, binge drinking. We're talking about consuming 4 to 5 drinks in a short period, which, let's be honest, describes most people's Friday night plans and definitely describes every college reunion ever. Your pancreas handles this about as well as your liver handles your college reunion weekend, which is to say, not well at all. The pain from pancreatitis is described as boring, not boring like watching paint dry or sitting through a 3-hour meeting that could have been an email. Boring like a drill going through your abdomen straight to your back. Patients literally cannot find a comfortable position. They'll curl up in the fetal position, then try lying flat, then sitting up, then back to fetal position, like they're playing the world's worst game of Twister. Here's the kicker that'll make you reconsider that weekend bender. Severe acute pancreatitis has a mortality rate of 10 to 30%. That's higher than most horror movie survival rates. The pancreas can cause multiple organ failure, and when it goes down, it takes other organs with it, like a biological domino effect. Michael Rodriguez, a 28-year-old software engineer from Denver, Colorado, ended up in the ICU after what he called a pretty normal bachelor party weekend. His pancreas decided that 3 days of heavy drinking was the last straw. "I went from celebrating my best friend's wedding to fighting for my life," he said. "The doctors told me my pancreas was basically eating itself alive." Now here's the part that'll really mess with your head. We live in an age where we can order food with an app, stream any movie ever made, and have a computer in our pocket more powerful than what NASA used to land on the moon. But we still can't predict when our own organs are going to turn against us. It's like having the most advanced smart home system ever created, but the house itself is made of materials that could spontaneously combust at any moment. we're out here worried about AI taking over the world when our own appendix is plotting our demise from inside our abdomen. Think about it. You probably get notifications when your phone battery is at 20%, when your car needs an oil change, when your Netflix subscription is about to expire. But your gallbladder? Your gallbladder will wait until you're enjoying a perfectly innocent cheeseburger to let you know it's been planning your destruction for months. And the really messed up part? Most of these organ failures happen to people who were completely healthy the day before. They're not 90-year-old chain smokers or people who exclusively eat gas station hot dogs. They're 25-year-old yoga instructors and 35-year-old accountants who use meditation apps and know the difference between good carbs and bad carbs. It's like your body is running on the same operating system as a Windows Vista computer. It works fine most of the time, but occasionally it just blue screens for no apparent reason, and when it does, you're completely screwed. The scariest part is how normal everything feels right before it happens. You wake up, check your phone, maybe complain about traffic, or your boss, or the fact that avocados cost $7 now. You have no idea that your pancreas is having an existential crisis, or that your appendix has decided today is the day it becomes a biological terrorist. So the next time you're lying awake at 3 a.m. worried about your student loans, your dating life, or whether you remembered to lock your car, just remember, you're basically a biological Jenga tower held together by hope and the fact that your organs haven't figured out how to unionize yet. Your body is simultaneously the most amazing and most terrifying thing you'll ever own. It can heal from injuries, fight off infections, create new life, and remember every embarrassing thing you did in middle school with perfect clarity. But it can also kill you because you ate too much bacon, got too excited about winning a scratch-off lottery ticket, or simply because it's Tuesday and your appendix was feeling dramatic. The good news? Most of these organ failures are treatable if caught early. The bad news? Your organs are really, really good at hiding their problems until it's almost too late. They're like that friend who says they're fine while their entire life is falling apart, except instead of just being emotionally exhausting, they can actually kill you. So maybe show your organs a little appreciation today. Drink some water, get some sleep, and try not to think about the fact that your appendix is just sitting there, plotting, waiting for the perfect moment to ruin your Tuesday. And hey, if nothing else, you're now the person at parties who knows that your pancreas can literally digest itself, and your gallbladder holds grudges like a middle school mean girl. You're welcome for making you simultaneously more interesting and more paranoid about your own mortality. Sweet dreams. And maybe invest in some good health insurance, because apparently, your body is out here playing Russian roulette with your life every single day. But wait, before you go spiraling into a WebMD rabbit hole at 2 in the morning, let's be real for a second. Yes, your organs can technically betray you in the most dramatic ways possible, but the chances of your appendix actually exploding today are about the same as finding a parking spot at Target on a Saturday afternoon. Possible, but not exactly likely. The truth is, your body is actually pretty incredible at keeping you alive, despite your best efforts to destroy it with energy drinks, questionable late-night food choices, and the stress of pretending you have your life together. Most people live their entire lives without their pancreas deciding to go rogue or their gallbladder staging a coup over a cheeseburger. But here's what's actually useful about knowing all this terrifying stuff. You're now equipped with the kind of weird medical knowledge that makes you the most interesting person at any social gathering. You can casually drop facts about spontaneous organ failure while everyone else is talking about their Netflix recommendations or complaining about their commute. Plus, you'll actually recognize the warning signs if something does go wrong. That weird stomach pain that won't go away. Maybe don't wait 3 days to get it checked out like Sarah from Austin. That sharp chest pain after eating? Probably worth a trip to the ER instead of just popping some antacids and hoping for the best. So congratulations! You've successfully completed your crash course in how your own body might try to kill you. You're now officially qualified to make everyone at your next dinner party slightly uncomfortable with your extensive knowledge of organ failure statistics. And remember, if anyone asks where you learned all this disturbing medical trivia, just tell them you have a friend who knows all the crazy stuff others don't. Because that's exactly what you do now. Stay curious, stay slightly paranoid, and definitely stay subscribed for more content that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about being human.